Metro Channel Sports presents from the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, the men's 3A high school basketball championships as the Central Cabarrus Vikings take on the Dudley Panthers. Hello again, everyone. Delighted you joined us, Woody Kane, along with the coach, Bo Brickles. And Coach, Central has knocked off two giants to get here, but one more test is ahead.
I'll tell you what, Woody, it's going to be more of the same. This ball club's just like those two last week. They'll play just as hard. They'll play just as well. It ought to be a great game.
One of the keys, I imagine, for Central is going to be keeping Ricky Lewis off the offensive glass.
I think they're really concerned about Ricky Lewis. He's a big, wide body, down on the box. Central's done a great job of rebounding the basketball so far. They can do it tonight. They can bring it home.
But Dudley's going to want to press and get up and down the floor. On the other hand, Central has seen that movie before.
I think so. It's really a contrast in styles. Dudley scored 80 20 times. Central's kept their people under 60 20 times. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. That'll be a good one.
Something will have to give indeed. We'll be back to meet the starting lineups and get this one underway next. Moments away from the opening tip as the Dudley Panthers at 29-3 take on the Central Cabarrus Vikings at 23-6. That'll give us a chance to look at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for Dudley, Damian Price at one guard, Nick Bowden the other, Chris Ferguson in the middle, Dominique Brown, one of the forwards, and Ricky Lewis, the other forward we talked about, the MVP of the Eastern Regionals, 34 rebounds in 2 games there. Nathan Cranford, the glue for the Vikings. Mickey Mickens, his backcourt mate. Doug Nauman at 6'8" in the middle. David Hardy, the rangy forward, also 6'7", and then Clayton Russell, who had a key start to the game in West Rowan with 3 rebound stickbacks in the first quarter. And Coach, we talked about it being a game of contrasting styles. Central Cabarrus is going to want to play half court. Dudley's going to want to run.
Central Cabarrus had great success in this tournament the whole way through. Imposing their style on everybody. So it's the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game are really going to be important to both teams.
One of the things that we talked about with Scott Brewer that he picked up from looking at some tape of Dudley is that they have a tendency at times to take some quick shots. If they make those shots, it'll be a whole different game. If they're missing those shots, it might get in their heads a little bit.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. In fact, I feel pretty confident that Dudley hadn't played against anybody that's going to set the half-court defense as well as Central does. And Central's had, they got those games against Tickery and West Rowan are still really fresh in their minds. So they should be very confident.
And Scott Brewer also said he feels like this is probably the best half-court defensive team he's ever coached.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. I might add this is probably the best job of coaching half-court defense he's done, too. So those things kind of all work out the same way.
There's Scott Brewer at Central Cabarrus, led them to a 23-6 mark. They knocked off 28-1 Hickory, then 28-1 West Rowan to get here. We're about set to tip this one off. Meanwhile, there's his counterpart, David Price, for the Dudley Panthers. He's had a distinguished career. They're a perennial powerhouse at Dudley. Looks like in the center jump circle, we're going to have a pair of 33s. David Hardy jumping against Chris Ferguson, 2 6'7" players set to tip this one off for the 3A State Championship.
You mentioned Coach Price. Brendan Haywood's here tonight, just about 6-7 seats down from us. He played on the last State Championship team that Dudley had, so they've been here before.
I bet he wishes he had him tonight, but no such luck. And we're underway. Dudley, well, they will not be able to control the tap. It goes out of bounds. And Central Cabarrus will start their offense first. Hardy to trigger the inbounds. Out to Nathan Cranford. He's being guarded closely by Damian Price. Now to Hardy in the corner. Underneath the Cranford. Had a look. Nauman couldn't control the rebound, but they say it's off Dudley. Central maintains control.
Central really felt, Woody, if they could change sides on the floor with the ball, they can get some pretty easy shots in there. So we'll see what happens.
Hardy will trigger it again. They've been effective on inbounds plays, as we've seen in the playoffs. But Cranford will reset it out top. There's Mickens. Back out front to Nauman. Cranford on the baseline, gives it off, and it's tipped away again by Dudley. Still Central ball. A lot of hands in the passing lane going to be the story tonight as Scott Brewer looks on. Wide open underneath. Nauman lays it in for the first basket of the game.
That's pretty cute. 3 tries. They finally get a good one.
Coming up quickly now, Damian Price.
Central's in a zone now, which is really important, which is a little bit different than the way they've started most games on makes. It's called a little point zone, so they kind of roll around. There's the quick shot we're talking about.
Three-pointer is good off the wing from Nick Bowden, the 5'11 senior. Gives Dudley the lead. We played less than a minute. Mickens in the corner, looks for help. Finds Russell, now off to Cranford. Inside again, Clayton Russell.
Yeah, Clayton got free that time because they doubled up on Cranford down the corner. Good play without the basketball. Central back in the zone again.
Price, out high. Over to Brown, back to Price. There's Bowden, now Price. Long three again, no good. Nauman with a rebound. Well, I know it's only a minute and a half old, but so far the pace has to be to Central's liking.
There underneath. That's cute again. See, that's as cute as it could be. Nason appears on the one side of the screen and came right back under the basket, ducked back. Just a great play.
6-3 in the early going. Central stays with a zone. First time they try to go inside to Lewis. He can't find room. Swatted out of there by Hardy. The three off. And we've got a foul on this end. Let's see who they call. Looks like they're going to get Nauman. First foul of the game. 6:01 to go first quarter. Shot is off. Rebound comes down.
See, I don't really think right now Central wants to go anywhere with the rebound, so they just need to get down here and run some more offense. Dudley hadn't proven they could stop him yet. There's a double. He's going to leave an open man again. They found him again.
And Cranford was open underneath, and he gets fouled and will head to the line. Foul, I believe, is going to be that time on Damian Price.
It's the second time, Woody, at the half-court level that they've tried to trap him. Central's found the open man both times. You can't trap if you're not going to get great pressure on the ball.
And it's not like Central hasn't seen pressure defense all through the playoffs and all through the regular season. Nathan Cranford drills the free throw, and my goodness, Coach, you get a sophomore playing with the head that this kid has on him.
Well, the poise and the leadership that Nathan's, displayed all year long has just gotten Central Cabarrus right where they are. Just great.
Nathan makes them both, and it's an 8-3 Central lead. Here comes Price across the timeline. Over to Ferguson, now back down to Dominique Brown. Boy, it's loud and rocking in here right now.
Great crowd, both sides, Central and Dudley both.
Long three by Dominique Brown.
That was, 2 steps beyond the three-point line, so.
It's about like that one Shell Sumlin made for you guys.
Oh, my gosh, I don't know. Unbelievable.
Russell out high, looks for help and finds it in Hardy. Now Mickens will reset. 5 minutes to go first quarter. Vikings by 2. Nauman wide open underneath. He spins and offensive foul called.
Coach Brewer, I know, is a little bit concerned about whether or not Central could make a wing pass. They've had no trouble on that. That is the second foul on Nauman, so that's going to take some size out of there for the Vikings.
Jeremiah Buck will come in to give Nauman a rest, and that's key. Central has a size advantage, but not when Nauman's on the bench. Vikings stay zone as Damian Price comes across half court.
Right now, Woody, Dudley's really standing against the zone. Very perimeter oriented. And that's the third player to hit a three, so I guess they're not really worried about how perimeter oriented they are.
Right now, they're not. 3 3-pointers give the Panthers the lead. Damian Price makes that one. Here's Buck. Now Mickens. Crossover by Mickey, gets him free, but he's on the baseline with nowhere to go. Hardy, open in the paint, can't get it to drop.
That wasn't
Mickens. takes it away. He goes to the lane and lays it in. Mickey Mickens. When Mickey is aggressive defensively, Coach, they are a much better team.
Well, he made a great play there. He really got that ball. He was aggressive offense, but he really heads-up play by Mickey, and you're right about that.
Another three. This one clanks off the backboard, but the rebound, stick back, no good. Buck had the rebound, and he gets fouled.
Good play there by Jeremiah Buck going after the ball in there. You know, on these big floors, I just can't but help but think that if you're counting on shooting a three all night long, that your legs are going to leave you at some point in time. I just don't think you can. I just don't think you can bank on making the three to stay in the game.
Here's Maurice Stafford coming in now. He played a key role. He'll give Clayton Russell a rest. Jeremiah Buck tells everybody to go down. He's got it under control. Vikings lead by 1, 3:40 remaining in the quarter. Nathan Cranford spun around, and fortunately for him, one of the Panthers, Ricky Lewis, was standing right there.
See there again, that's the play that Central's afraid of, the denying the entry pass to the wing. There's a double on the inbounds. Dudley does some really good things on defense.
Hardy has it poked away, but they're going to call a foul on Dominique Brown. That's his first.
I'm not sure that's what Coach Brewer's looking for. I don't think he wants dribble penetration right now. I think he needs to change sides and forward the basketball like they started out. I think they can get some easy shots.
They started off the game getting several very easy shots. Since then, Dudley started raining threes on him. Mickens left his feet and got covered. Spinning and shooting is Stafford. Couldn't get it to drop. Central sticks with a zone. Long three outside again, and it's good.
I'll tell you what, now, they shoot that boy like there is no tomorrow. I mean, nobody has a conscience. I mean, they all shoot that thing.
4 3-pointers for Dudley. Here's Mickens. He'll try his luck. It's good. Mickey Mickens with 5 early points gives Central the lead right back.
I don't know that Central's interested in trading that three-point shot with him all night long.
Probably not, but he'll take it right now.
That's one of those no good shot deals.
Yep.
Look at this. Here we go.
Dominique Brown, no good. But Lewis gets the rebound. Can't make it go. Another tip. Up and in. That time
that's
for
a
Chris
problem.
Ferguson.
That's where Central really misses the big guy on the bench over there.
And he may be sitting a long time here in the first half. 1 point lead for Dudley. Buck drives. Now to Hardy for 3. It's going to be short. Stafford can't get the rebound. Here comes Brown. Off to Price. In the middle, nobody home. Mickens has got the ball. Almost loses it, but cooler heads prevail, and Cranford takes him across half court. Hardy trying to drive. Cranford wide open for 3, no good. Lewis with a big rebound, and I think they got Hardy for over the back.
You know, I don't think Coach minds that shot, but at this point in time in the game, it was kind of a quick shot. It came before we changed sides of the floor with the basketball, and I think he really wants him to be a little bit patient. I don't think he minds the shot. I think he minds when the shot came.
Clayton Russell comes into the game now, and he'll give Mickey Mickens a rest. Vikings have Buck, Cranford, Stafford, Hardy, and Russell with 1:50 to go first quarter. Dudley by 1 with the basketball. Look at that. Tried the alley-oop dunk, and Russell comes out of there with a rebound. Here come the Vikings. Buck. Russell now to Hardy. Thought about the 3, thought better of it. Buck will reset out top.
Tell you what, Dudley'd run that play a few times this year, you think, huh?
Yeah.
Backside against the zone.
And there's a takeaway. Bowden back out top to Brown. Brown again for 3. Can't make that one, and Hardy with a big rebound.
That's a good board by David. They're going to need him to be active in there on the boards until the big guy can get back in there. Central hadn't settled into much offense now the last 4 or 5 times down. They haven't done what they really wanted to do. They sure did there. Nathan got bumped a little bit from behind there. That probably was probably thought he had a call in there on that one. But that's what they want, that quick stuff down inside.
They sure got it. Nauman gets up off the bench. He's set to come back in. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. A long three-pointer, no good. And Stafford takes the ball down. Cranford out top. Buck wide open for three, no good. Hurrying back the other way is Ryan Brown. He may have taken a step. No, did they say the basket counts? Surely he didn't say that.
Uh-oh, yes, he did say that.
Wow, continuation. I thought that was an NBA rule.
It sure was an NBA rule, I bet you.
And the foul.
See, that's sometimes what happens on the long shots. You can take a long shot, Central misses, long rebound, so run out with 20 seconds to go at the end of the first quarter. And it's going to end up being a possible three-point play. Again, I'm not so sure we shouldn't have held on to it a little bit down here.
Ferguson misses. Nauman back in the game now with a rebound. 16 seconds. Vikings trailing by 3. Mickens to Cranford. Right back to Mickey. Down the lane. Shot is in and out. And they take it away. Still got some time. Got to get it to a shooter. He loses it. Time expires in the first quarter. Oh, no. He didn't get the shot off. No basket.
I'm going to tell you what, have they thrown up some stuff?
They sure have.
How many different guys we got? We got 4 or 5. Got 4 guys make 4 different players from Dudley make a three-point basket that quarter. That's remarkable. 5
players in all scored. Consequently, Dudley has a 3-point lead at the end of 1. They get it inside to Lewis, but he can't get the shot off. Bowden for 3, no good. Lewis cleans it up. Back out top to Brown, no good. Russell with a rebound. And Nathan Cranford leads them across as the clock ticks inside. 6 minutes to go first half. Nauman up strong, and it almost came out, but it dropped.
Nice pass by Nathan. I'm going to tell you what now, they're really D'ing him up out here.
You got to be
Dominic Brown is doing a great job on Nathan right now.
You got to be concerned about Nathan getting tired at this pace.
No question about that. No question. I think he's really tired right now. The defensive end, no legs. See, really hard to get a play out of him now.
Steps inside the line, throws up ball. Mickens battles for the rebound, can't get it. Bowden shoots, finally throws one in. 5 points for Nick Bowden.
Bowden's been the one that's hurt him the most so far. Here we are again now. Nathan's got to have the ball again, see? And it's just so difficult. We're over here, we can't make a pass.
Boy, he takes it right to the rack and rolls it around. It won't fall. Nathan knew what to do. He just couldn't finish it. Lewis gets it to go. Is it on?
No basket.
No
basket in a charge, and that is flat key. That's flat key because of Nauman down in there.
And that's 2 charges Nauman has drawn with 2 fouls in the first half. That's large.
I'm probably a little partial, but I thought that was a pretty good call. I really did. I thought the big guy was in there.
And another key, Coach, it's the 2nd foul on Lewis. If they can get him in trouble, that'll be really big.
They just took Lewis out, Doug, and he was a little frustrated going to the bench.
Nathan Cranford.
They got another man in there now. Now they got a sub, Brown, in there guarding Cranford, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to have to give him a little rest at some point in time. Got to get the ball out of his hands at the half-court level, just to give him a rest.
Really making Nathan work hard here in the first half.
That's not the first time that's happened now. I mean, people have done that. West Rand did a great job of that.
Nauman rolls to the basket.
There it is again. Every time Central Cabarrus is patient with the basketball, doesn't put it on the ground, change sides of the floor with it, they get what they want. Jeremiah Buck's over at the scores table. I'll be interested to see if he's coming for Nathan.
Surely he is. Vikings leading by 1. Hardy defending out high. Another long 3. This one by Brown is good. His 2nd of the game. 6 points for Ryan Brown. 4 minutes remaining in the half. Hardy for 3. Look at that! Mickey Mickens skying above everybody to
I'll
jet
tell you
home.
what, now that'll work.
Woo! You got to be kidding me. Is he 7 feet tall?
Well, I'm sure those Dudley people couldn't imagine where he came from.
He dropped out of the rafters.
Those big old slow bodies from Central.
Wow. Look at there. Oh, they're going to call a block on Nauman, and that's 3.
And see again, I thought he had better position on that one than he had on the one before.
So going to the line will be Chris Ferguson. No, check it. It's not a shooting foul. And neither team in the 1-and-1 as yet.
I'll tell you what, now we put 2 players in the game, we being Central, and Nathan's still out there.
Long 3 by Bowden, no good. Rebound, and a foul is coming on David Hardy. Nauman has 3, Hardy has 2. Steven Sanya with a rebound there.
It's just a much tougher battle when the big guy goes out of there. And Dudley is truly capable of doing some damage on the boards against Central.
They surely are, but right now it's a tie game. Here's Sanya, the 6'4" junior, with a chance to break the tie. Nails the first. Boy, I can't get over Mickey Mickens a while ago. That's you gotta be kidding me.
That was downtown.
Whew. Sanya ready on the second. No good. Rebound inside. Up and in by Ferguson.
No excuse for that. You just don't ever want to see that happen on a missed free throw. Anybody step right in there like that.
Russell to Buck for 3. No good. Stafford fights for the rebound but can't get it. Ferguson comes out, but Buck takes it away. Jeremiah shot up. No good. Another big rebound for Ferguson. And you're right, Coach, you can really tell when Hardy sits down, or check that, when Nauman sits down.
To Ferguson, to this point in time, Ferguson's been no factor, and he's made 2 great plays at both ends.
Another long 3. No good from Price. Rebound, stick back by Ferguson. Again, Ferguson. Can't get it to go, but the foul's called.
That is 3 offensive rebounds that Ferguson has had here in the last 30 seconds since Nauman went to the bench.
That's huge.
And the one thing that's a little more difficult is it's a lot tougher to check him out in the zone defense.
Yeah.
So I look for Coach to try a little man at some point in time. I think he can pack back a man and still not give up, you know.
And here's some real bad news, Coach. Nauman has 3. Now Hardy has 3.
Well, they do have a problem.
Mickey Mickens comes in, and he'll set Hardy down, so suddenly the Vikings are very small.
And they got Stephen Knorr on the bench with his arm in a sling, who's not coming in here tonight.
Yeah,
and that's when they really miss him.
Now.
Sure, you bet they do.
Scott Brewer looking on. His team now trails it by 4. Clayton Russell to Jeremiah Buck. Vikings struggling a little bit. Nice pass to Stafford, who lays it in.
Boy, I tell you, they needed that one. They were pretty lucky to get it with a loose ball at half court.
Maurice Stafford has really given him some key minutes, and a guy who's only 6 feet tall.
Here we go. Here comes the first man-to-man possession of the night for Central Cabarrus, right here. And so we'll see what happens. And I think Coach did that because of the boxing out.
2:15 to go in the half. Dudley by 2. Brown dribbles out to Price. Back to Brown.
Lewis is on the bench. A great call by Coach Brewer to be man-to-man right at this point. Central's packed back. They're not giving him anything. Dribble.
Boy, he was rolling right down the lane, Coach.
He was rolling, but they gave up the baseline. That's what allowed that play to happen. They just got squirrely down the baseline there. They didn't get over to help. The ball penetration caused that play. But that's a breakdown you can't have. Not against a team like Dudley. It's going to put it on the ground.
Jeremiah Buck picks up his first foul on that play. Ferguson, the 6'7" senior, ready and makes it again. He's made 3 in a row now. Ferguson, again good. And it's back to a 4-point lead for Dudley. Up to Mickens. To Russell, in the corner to Buck. Right down the middle, there is Stafford. Maurice Stafford.
Boy, that was pretty good there. That was a good little basket to get.
Nobody was looking. And he went right in the middle, and there's another layup. Ferguson has gone nuts since Nauman sat down.
Well, right now, Central just needs to hold on and get out of this half, with it being 3, 4, 5, or 6 point game. They just don't want it to get any worse than that. You've got to finish that boy. It was a great look down in there. Clayton just stone-armed it a little bit with the left hand. Tough shot now.
Sure was, but
see,
we've seen him make that.
They're so tired that dribble penetration is hurting them. They just need to back off. Maybe Dudley will make it easy on them and hold it.
It looked like that's what they might do, but they were just getting instructions from Coach Price. Now they're set again. Way downtown, Dominique Brown, no good. Boy, that plays into Central's hands. You got them tired and you don't attack them, you let them stand there. Coach Brewer waving for his defense to get back. 42, 41 seconds. Inside they go. Blocked away by Mickey Mickens. Are you kidding me? Mickey right down the lane, lays it in. Mickey Mickens.
Pretty strong. That's one of those I'd have been hollering to back it out. Let's get the last shot. But
is Mickey Mickens playing the post tonight or what?
I tell you what, he sure took that right to the goal.
Well, we saw him sky to cram one through. He swatted a shot out of there. He's playing like a center. 12 seconds, 11, 10 seconds. 2-point lead for the Panthers. 3 seconds, long three-pointer. Over the back, over the back. There's a foul.
No, I don't think it was a foul.
Oh, he waved it off.
I think
it was the end.
Yeah, I think what he called was offensive basket interference is what the call was. So he waved it. That's a great half. Both teams, I think, really did what they wanted to do pretty much in that half. So it makes it a close ball game.
Central has some foul trouble. They trail by 2. We'll be back with some numbers after this. Woody Kane, Bo Brickles, and the entire Metro 11 production staff here as the 3A State Championship game has Dudley on top by 2 at the half. And as we look at some of the numbers from the first half, Coach, what jumps out at you?
Well, I think the thing you and I were talking about here at the half is that the number of offensive rebounds that Dudley has. They have 12. Ferguson has 5 of those. Offensive ones, they have 12, and that's a big stat. I mean, Central's done exactly what they wanted to do to Lewis. He hadn't scored. Cranford hadn't scored but 4 points, but the big stat is the number of misses Dudley has and the number of rebounds offensively that they've gotten.
Another key that we talked about there at the end of the first half, 3 fouls for Doug Nauman, 3 fouls for David Hardy. That's huge.
That really is huge, and I just I talked to one of the coaches back in the hallway at the half, and Central really feels that they've got to be able to play some man-to-man just to get some bodies on them to keep them off the boards. They know they've missed shots, but they still have to keep them from getting on that offensive glass.
And what a first half for Mickey Mickens. We had him with 9 points. He had a steal, a block shot. He skied for a rebound, stick back to lead the way for Central Cabarrus, and he just played exceptionally well.
That's one of the most wonderful plays I've seen in high school basketball, the one that Mickey made coming from half court. Mickey did have a good half, and he's going to have to play that way again this half, and Central's going to have to be able to keep those big guys on the floor.
And for Dudley, you've got Chris Ferguson with 10. Actually, now they list him with 11 points. We missed a free throw in there, but boy, he's got, what, 7 rebounds as well.
Sure does. What you said a minute ago was about what he's averaging, so he's already there.
Yeah,
so
he averages 12.
And again, he gets all of those. He gets all of those when Nauman and Hardy are out of the game. Every single thing happens in the last 3-4 minutes of the first half.
It really did. He exploded once Nauman and Hardy both had to sit with foul trouble. Vikings come back with Hardy, Cranford, Mickens, Russell, and Nauman.
Right away, they double up Cranford, leave Mickens wide open in the corner, and he drills her down. But that happens because Nathan makes a great play. Great play.
They only give Mickey credit for 2, but it's a tie game.
Central's in the man. They open up the half in the man-to-man. Now, we'll see if they can pack them back. They did not play good man-to-man defense to end the first half. Dudley right now is a little confused. Dudley's not positive whether it's a man or a zone. There it is. First time tonight they've got it down in there. They buried it deep, but here again, big guy's not down in there, so.
And you saw Coach Brewer shaking his head. The foul, fortunately for the Vikings, is on Clayton Russell instead of one of the big guys. That's only Clayton's first. And you know, Clayton Russell, Coach, a guy who doesn't get you 30 points a game, doesn't get you 15 rebounds a game, but man, he seems to make big plays.
I'm going to tell you what a contribution he has made. I mean, he has really had his presence felt in there all the way the last part of the year for Central. Big difference for him.
How about this? Lewis just got his first point.
I noticed that I got the big red circle on my piper there that he did not score the first half.
Ricky Lewis, a fine player, as we said.
You're talking about an MVP of the Eastern Regional now. You're not talking about some guy walking in the gym for the first time.
Yeah,
good stroke on a free throw too.
He had 34 rebounds in 2 games in the regionals.
Here comes the pressure now. Mickey's trying to bring it up a little bit without using Nathan. So we'll see what happens.
And now Hardy will get him to settle down out front. The ball goes right through Nauman's hands and out of bounds.
Well, that was not a good play. But there again, that was not in the offense either. You see, they jumbled him up just enough that was not a pass that Doug was expecting. Good pass, but we weren't expecting it.
He looked away just as he was trying to reel the ball in.
Now I think we're in the zone this time. Central's back in what they call a point zone.
Long 3 again, no good. Russell had a hand on the rebound, couldn't get it. Mickens battles for it. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Ferguson.
There again, though, there was a rebound that Central did not get. It was not a cleanly rebounded basketball.
Clayton Russell scrapping hard in there was the reason that it's going to be Viking ball. Hardy to trigger the inbounds. Out top to Mickens. Mickey right down the lane. They move out of his way, and he lays it in.
He put a little head and shoulder move on there. That was a pretty cute play. It was a really good play by Mickey. Really under control. When he plays under control, there's nobody better in our conference, maybe than Scooter, than Mickey. But Mickey can really play when he stays under control.
I was going to say, some West Rowan fans might write you a letter about that.
Well, I mean, that was just a wonderful play.
Lewis, baseline. Back out. He walked. So turning it over, Central has a chance to take the lead for the first time here in the second half. Cranford off to Hardy, now to Mickey.
This is also the first time tonight now that the Dudley's come with a zone full court press.
Mickey gets knocked to the floor, no call. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's off Dudley.
Coach Brewer just hollered out there to Mickey that would be a little bit patient, put it on the ground, and attack the defense. You know, doesn't need a three-point basket right now. I mean, no matter how much of a roll you're on, still need to go ahead and penetrate that boy.
Timeout asked for by Coach David Price for the Dudley Panthers. 6:17 to go in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 31 apiece. And Coach, it's been key here that at least in the first couple of minutes, neither Hardy nor Nauman has picked up that 4th foul.
Well, it really has been key, and Central's gotten by playing both defenses down there. They've given them a little man and a zone. Dudley on the other side of the coin, first time all night long, has taken Central the last possession in a zone press, and it resulted in Mickey taking a quick and not a very good shot, really.
And one of the things we talked about before the game, Coach, look at all the banners hanging up there and all the retired jerseys, but we talked about Dudley wanted this game. There's Brendan Haywood, a former Dudley player. Coach Brickles mentioned him a moment ago. The Vikings want this game to be a little low scoring, and right now we're on a pace for it to be around 60.
See, that time Nathan gets the ball, turns, faces, squares, gets him off of him. Okay, and that's a big play because Brown has really done a good job defensively. That's Brown's 2nd foul. He's still back in there on him again, trying to keep him from going left is what the plan is right now. And they're bothering him a little bit.
Nathan.
You need to take your time. There you go.
Nauman kicks it back out. Cranford for 3. Good! Nathan Cranford.
About as good as it gets that time. They changed sides. They were patient. They backed it out. And then they attacked it. And then they attacked Dudley. And that's what they got to do. That was a picture possession for him then.
Second three-pointer for Central, and it gives the sophomore 7 points.
Central's back man now. Big guy's just standing in the lane.
5.5 to go, third quarter. Ferguson from downtown. Good, 2-pointer. Give Ferguson 13 points.
Dudley back man-to-man this time.
Cranford trying to get it across half court. Does to Mickens. He's bumped to the floor. Damian Price will pick up his second foul, and Coach Brewer likes that.
Now that time Dudley had 3 guys guarding 2 at half court, which left Central 3-on-2 under the basket. And Mickey saw the play, he just couldn't quite make the play. He didn't get fouled.
Yeah, kind of hard when they tackle you, huh?
Well, it is, and they got everybody baseline now. They're kind of clearing out. But see, Dudley's going to steal. They're not going to let Cranford beat him with the basketball.
But Mickens will. He can't get the ball to drop. Lewis clears.
Good look, bad shot. Good look. He didn't have a hold of it.
Vikings on top by 1. Out front now to Damian Price, and then back to Dominique Brown. The Panthers want to reset. They look like they want Central to come out of that zone, but they don't have to. Look at that. He throws it long, and Hardy gets the rebound, but Lewis takes it away. 4 points now for Lewis.
Yeah, that was a big play there that they let him just take it away from him and stick it right back in the basket.
Mickens underneath again, can't get it to drop. A big scramble underneath, and Lewis comes away with it. Again, can't get it to drop. Nauman with a rebound. Here comes Mickens. Oh my goodness, Nauman is hurt. Nauman is hurt, back on the other end of the floor.
I think it looks like he got hit in the eye out there, Woody. I mean, I don't know what happened.
He went down in a heap, and he is, I guess if you can say, fortunately, he's holding his eye instead of a leg. But he's in a lot of pain. Coach Brewer's coming out. 20-second timeout now.
I think what Coach Brewer is upset about right now is he's saying, why should I have to take a 20-second timeout when I have an injured player? Hey, I don't think he's upset about the call. I think what he's upset about, or the lack of the call, I think what he's upset about is that the officials should have given him the timeout, should have taken the timeout for the injured player.
Now they already had the ball.
That's exactly right. Not charge the timeout to Central, which could be a really important timeout. Something really strange happened there last. That was a really huge takeaway for Dudley down here. They missed against Central. Central had the lead. Dudley had missed. Central rebounded the ball. They take it back away. I think Central really feels in the last quarter that Dudley's going to make some suspect plays under pressure. And here they hand them a daggone basket in there. You know, and Central's been there. They've been there against West Rain. They've been there against Hickory. This is their kind of game. The score's right where they want it. So now what's going to happen out here to Doug Nauman is going to be pretty daggone influential. What happens the rest of the game? He's up. I didn't see him do anything to his eye.
Does he wear contacts, do you know?
You know, I don't know that.
He looks like he's okay. At least he's...
Doesn't look like there's a cut of any kind.
Walking back toward the bench, and as big as Doug is, they've got a big puddle to wipe up over there where he was. Looks like he's got a little mouse under the eye there. .407 to go, third quarter. Vikings trail by 1. Now, if you're Scott Brewer, what are you telling them now?
I'm telling them now, gang, we're going to have to play a little bit without the big guy, and we're going to have to do it a little bit better than we did it the first half without the big guy. Going to have to get on the board, because I'm going to tell you right now that daggone Lewis is a lot more active this half than he was last half. Here's the double again.
Cranford dribbles through it, but they take it away. Nathan gets it back. Hardy throws it too hard underneath. Stafford can't handle it. And here come the Panthers back the other way with a 1-point lead. Central goes zone. Out top to Dominique Brown. Long three again for Damian Price is good. Second three of the game for Price. And it ups the lead to 4. Buck to Hardy. Back under to Russell. Clayton goes up and sticks it in.
It was just a real good basket. If they're going to get David Hardy open out there, he's going to have to knock in a couple threes before the game is over. If they're going to continue to double Nathan at half court. Central's back in a man, but it's a little too spread out right now. They need to pack it back. Just let him shoot that three out there.
Dominique Brown out front. Out to Ferguson.
Clayton Russell doing a great job inside right now. Just a really good job on Lewis inside.
Nick Bowden takes it to the rack and puts it in. Back up to a 4-point lead for Dudley. Nathan Cranford across to Hardy. Over to Jeremiah Buck. Now to Hardy, wide open for 3. No good. Buck had a hand on it, couldn't control it. Bowden up to Brown, to Ferguson. Can't make the shot go. Hardy had to let him go. He's got 3 fouls, but they missed it. Hardy right down the middle. And they call a block.
That was key too, boy. I'm going to tell you what, you do all that getting out of the way down on one end of the floor, taking the other end of the floor, put it on the ground, knock them right in the red. Oh, that is big. I'll tell you what, if that's going to be, you think that's Price's third or fourth?
I got him with 3. Let's see. At any rate, it will send David Hardy, the 6'8" senior, to the line.
And I think they're catching a break on this too. I'm not so sure the foul didn't occur before the shot.
Hardy can't get it to drop.
He's got to stay still when he is moving all over every place. He moved like crazy on the last three-point basket down here, really sliding on it. Did the same thing on the free throw. He's going to have to just settle down, get his nerves under control, because Central's going to need his shot before this game is over.
And normally he is an excellent shooter.
He's a great shooter, wonderful shooter.
Vikings trying to get straight on what they want to do defensively after this shot. They trail by 4. Hardy can't make that one go. Russell tips it. Lewis controls. 2 big missed free throws there by Hardy.
Yeah, they were big. They're going to try the zone again now. Try the zone again.
Dominique Brown.
Which means that Dudley's going to try the lob at some point in time in there.
Ryan Brown for 3. No good. Mickens with a rebound. And now Mickey pulls it back out. They take it away. Look at David Hardy knocking it away.
Great hustle. Great transition defense by Central.
And they foul Jeremiah Buck out top. Let's see who they get. Nick Bowden.
The thing that's happening right now is that Central is looking to throw the ball to Cranford, and Cranford is not being able to get the ball.
They're looking for him every time.
For him. And they got to give him just a little bit of rest. Okay, big guy's back. Looks like we got a little cut on the eye, so he's ready to go.
Well, it's not boxing, but Nauman is patched up and back in there. Let's see how Central changes things offensively with a big guy back in.
Watch how things settle down when Nathan handles the ball. There comes the double. Now he'll find the open person. There it is.
Stafford to Mickens. Mickey will take it back out. Now he'll go for 3. No good. A mad scrap inside. Here's Lewis. Up the floor to Brown. And now the Panthers will reset with a 4-point lead in the ball. Brown out high. It rolls out. Oh, my goodness, they're going to get that one on Nauman, and I thought they were over his back, Coach.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I think the referee just caught the end of that play, and that the guy was all over Nauman. Nauman reached out, trying to get the basketball. The guy ran right over his arm.
And they charge him for throwing an elbow, so...
That's a tough call for Central.
So Nauman, a minute after he comes in, will have to go back and take a seat. 1:25 to go, third quarter. Key stretch of the game here. Vikings down 4.
Central's really struggled with the offensive possession since they started doubling up.
Out top to Dominique Brown.
Biggest single factor is still the inability to rebound the misses. Here comes another one. See it? There it is. That's what's happened. It's a good play, but still, Dudley still has it.
Hardy swatted it out of there, but they can't get the rebound, as Coach Prickles said. Another long one.
Third shot this possession.
They can't get it again, but Russell comes out with it.
Now they just need to settle down and get what they want on offense this time. See, here comes the double. They're double. See? Oh, golly. That's not a good play. That's his fourth.
4th foul on David Hardy. Both the big Central interior players have 4 fouls now, and Coach Brewer really has some things to consider here.
Central really gets small when this happens. I mean, son of a gun, their tallest guy now is Clayton Russell in there. He's got to be, what, 6'2"?
Yeah, well,
with Buck and Cranford. Oh, they're not taking Hardy out. Didn't take Hardy. They're going to take him out right
Yeah, I was
here.
going to say, they must not have recognized that he has 4. Now they do, and here comes Jamar Wright back into the game.
See, that all happens because they double Nathan, clearing the backcourt on a rebound. People usually don't do that. Northwest clamps the rebounder a lot. But most people don't double. That was just a pure double. He threw it. We get in trouble with it at half court.
Central now goes 6'2", 6'2", 6'1" across the front line.
Central still stretching the man too much. See the man right now, too spacey in there. They need to close it down.
However, they've kept Dudley from getting away from him here.
They sure have. This is a really big 23 seconds right here. If they can get out of here with it being just 4, they'll be in good shape.
Dominic Brown holds it out front. He'll wait for 1. 15 seconds
Last
to go.
time they shot it from the edge of the state of North Carolina out there. We'll see what they do with this one.
Brown.
Well, he's inside it.
Works on Mickens.
Great play by Cranford. Great steal by Buck.
Gotta heave it. Oh, he almost threw that in from 3/4
Tell you what,
court.
he sure as heck did almost throw it in.
Wow.
That was a great defense possession for Central. They gelled up. They played good defense. They moved, and they really did a great job. Central cheerleaders are taking the floor, and they're putting on quite a show down here with this tumbling. They really are. And people are really talking about it all over the building, how well they're doing. So a lot of credit to these Central Cabarrus cheerleaders who do a great job.
Indeed. 4-point lead for Dudley. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes. 40-36 as the Central Cabarrus cheerleaders continue to entertain the crowd here. 8 more minutes to go. Coach, what has to happen for the Vikings now?
I don't know that anything has to happen. I think it's all right where they want it to be. They just can't foul everybody out and get beat to death on the offensive board. That's it. And it's just that simple. They got it right where they want it. They just need to make the plays now coming down the stretch.
They'll have to get some key minutes here from guys like Jamar Wright and Maurice Stafford until they can get the big guys back.
Yep. And I don't think they can play very long at all without both of them. One of them has to get in there pretty quickly.
Handling out front is Ferguson. Buck nearly takes it away again.
This whole series here is set up for Lewis down in low. Is exactly what they're trying to do.
Boy, with
the whole series, they got Clayton guarding him, who's been guarding him. But that's what this is all about. That's why Dudley's being as patient right now as they have been.
Well, speaking of patience,
there it is.
Mickey Mickens trying to get it, and they call a push, and we're going back the other way. Let's see who they got. Now, Coach, you asked for some clarification on that timeout on the Nauman injury.
And the official told us that because Doug had asked for a timeout before they stopped the play, that they gave a charge timeout to Central.
That foul called on Ferguson, and that's his 3rd. Buck. Off to Wright. No good. Russell battles, knocks it out front to Cranford for 3. It won't go. Wright battles. That one's swatted. Right underneath again.
That's okay, though. I'm going to tell you what, he really went after it. That's no bad. It's not two pretty daggone good plays for a sophomore. Pretty active.
And you can buy yourself some good minutes, Coach. It seems like we've been at 40-36 forever.
No, we sure have been at 40-36 forever.
7 minutes to go in this game. Dudley.
6 more offensive rebounds that last quarter for Dudley. So that's what it is right now. Their pressure, keeping Central pretty much at bay at the half-court level, and they're rebounding the ball.
Nathan Cranford knocks that one out of bounds. Good hands in the passing lanes there.
11-9 the 3rd quarter.
In rebounds?
No, it's scoring.
Oh, the score, okay.
Not much offense, is it?
Not at all.
Dudley has come to a pretty much screeching halt here. Now, I don't know really what they're trying to do. I'm trying to look at Coach Price over there seeing.
Ferguson spins on Cranford. Shot is good.
It's just Nathan's got no answer for that. That's just a matchup problem.
You're asking 6'2" Nathan to guard 6'7" Ferguson, and that won't work. Mickens to Wright. Nathan in the lane, off the glass, and good.
Not a bad play.
And my goodness, Ferguson went up in the air and swatted the backboard.
Not a bad play, a little spin move. That's about as good as it gets right there. He decided to take it over. I still don't like what Central's doing at the half-court level on offense. I wish they just established a little bit more. But you see, without Hardy and Nauman in there, it's pretty hard to run some offense because they're not used to having this team in there.
Well,
This offensive team right here probably hasn't practiced more than 2 minutes all year long together on the floor right now. Central's got 5 strange bodies together right now, which is tough.
Mickey Mickens picks up that foul. Like you say, Coach, they could get by if one of them was in there, but not having either one is really a problem for them.
Well, I think the magic number really is 6. If it were to be at 6.
Lewis misses. Buck with a rebound.
If it were to be at Golly.
And now they get Lewis with the foul, Coach, and that is going to be, I think, 3 on him.
But see there again, we put it right on the deck down in there, right where they could get to it instead of throwing it out of there, pitching over. Now they may be getting a little bit tired. Okay, here comes Hardy.
And let's see who he's going to get. Clayton Russell really gave him some good, solid minutes. Coach Price is asking for a timeout here. His team is up by 4 with 5:53 remaining in the fourth quarter, and we'll be right back. Woody Kane, Bo Brickles, and the entire Metro 11 production staff. There you see a couple of them. Doug Holmes is saying hi, Mom. Lanny Nunn on the left there, and we're ready for the final 6 minutes of action here. Coach, you never did get to finish that thought about the key number being 6.
I think it is 6. I mean, I think if Dudley were to get the ball with a 6-point lead or have a 6-point lead for any length of time, I think you got to see everybody Central's got at that time.
Whoa, look at that!
Got a bad hoop right there, boy. They broke it down. They got the big guy in the middle. Now, he still needs to be careful because he's a heartbeat away. He's one charge away from being out of here.
David Hardy with the ball fake opened up the lane, and he rolled right to the rack. My goodness.
Now we got Cranford inside on Lewis, and that can't last very long either. See, Hardy can't guard him. Russell's out of the game. Nathan's trying to guard a 6'3" player. Eastern Regional Player of the Year down in there on the box, and Dudley's messing with it. But Dudley, Dudley's kind of slowed to a walk, to be honest. There it goes. There's a triple, quadruple team. Great play.
Wright takes it away.
Great play by Wright.
Here comes Mickey Mickens, a spin move, and it's good! Mickey Mickens! Wow, Coach, what about some huge key minutes here from Jamar Wright?
Wonderful minutes. Jamar's done a great job. Coach Brewer wasn't real happy with the call, but he was even more unhappy with the play that Mickey tried to make when he really thought they could have just sort of settled down with it. And I think he's probably right on that.
Boy, I thought they were going to give him that one. Here's Buck and Wright out top.
Central's trying to double down. Oh, that's a great play again. Mickey makes a super play from the top of the key all the way down the baseline. Here comes a big guy at 4:45. Brewer's sending them all in here.
Nauman is coming back into the game, and let's see who he'll get. He'll take out Jeremiah Buck. Coach, if you'd have told Scott Brewer you'll be down by 2 with 4:45 to go, you think he would have taken that?
No, I think he's got to take that. I think he's got to be really happy where he is.
Look at that, 4th foul coming up here, Coach, on Lewis. He went over Jamar Wright's back.
That foul incidentally put Central Cabarrus on the bonus, and Central's only fouled 4 times themselves, so they get a chance to get a couple of free looks. 4 fouls on Lewis is huge, because that's the matchup that Central doesn't have. You see, they have nobody right now to guard him other than Clayton other than Clayton Russell, who they're going to bring back in here again fairly soon, I'm assuming.
Boy, now let's say again, give some credit here to Jamar Wright. The 6'1" sophomore is really giving him some key minutes. We haven't seen him play this many minutes in the playoffs.
No question about it.
The sophomore nails the first free throw. He can tie it up here. Boy, and he looks excited, Coach. He's ready to show the fans, hey, I got some ups to my game.
Tell you what, he stepped up and knocked that one down, didn't he? And that was a great play for David Hardy's confidence that he makes a minute ago in the dunk, too.
Jamar Wright, 2 key free throws, ties the game.
Pretty strong. Central's back. I'm trying to see what kind of a defense they're going to be in. They're going to be in the man now. We got Lewis out of the game, so there's no problem inside. The big guy's guarding the sub in there. Number 4, Dudley's got it outside. Central just needs to really be patient defensively. Dudley wants to stand out there and hold it. They need to let him stand out there and hold it. They really need to let him stand out there and hold it.
Oh, this is not Dudley's game. They definitely don't want to play this style of game, yet they are. The coach wants them to stay back,
yeah,
stay back.
Want them to stay back. I want them to get themselves so excited and so puckered up that they're not going to know what to do. See?
And Coach Price, now he tells them to go ahead.
See, but they're the ones that have held it. So now it's a pretty tough play, I think, they got to make. See, they're the ones going to be a little bit nervous. I don't think we need to be out there. I don't think Jamar needs to be. Coach doesn't want him all the way out there. And so the timeout is taken by Dudley, and they needed a timeout just to be sure that they know what they want to do.
Now, what is the mindset of Dudley trying to hold the ball there? I mean, they're an up and down, back and forth type team, and suddenly, you know, you get into a game in the fourth quarter, 42 apiece, and they haven't been there many times before.
No, they sure haven't been there. I mean, they're there at the half maybe, 42 apiece, but they're not there at the end of the game. And so, like I say, I think it's really to Central's advantage for Dudley to stop playing right now. I mean, I really do. Now, it doesn't mean they're not going to try and gear back up. I think they are going to gear back up. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Lewis come back in. I wouldn't be surprised if they need to try and post the basketball. That's where it needs to go. I can't imagine that the way they've shot the three tonight, that they're going to try and win this basketball game shooting threes.
Yeah, they started off hot, but
Sure.
since then they really haven't been that effective with it.
Yeah.
As we come back out, 3:46 to go, tied at 42 apiece. Lewis is now back into the game with 4 fouls. And look at this. Coach Brewer will sit both Nauman and Hardy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Well, there it is. You got what he's going to do. He's going to trap him. Trap him one time, and I'm going to bet you Lewis gets a touch before it goes up, and I was wrong.
Cranford got a hand on it. Wright
Now,
comes out with it.
I'm not so sure now. Brewer might not need to take a timeout and put him back in.
Mickens for 3. No good.
Oh,
Stafford.
what a rebound.
Mickens again.
What a
It's
play.
good. Mickey Mickens. What a rebound by Stafford. 2 of them. And now Nauman and Hardy are back up and ready to come in.
Yeah, I don't know what Brewer's going to do with him now, but I'm going to tell you, Lewis is going to get a touch this time.
Well, Coach Brewer bought a little time there where he knew his guys couldn't get a
more
foul.
than time. They got both the big guys on the same side of the floor. Dudley is a little confused now, I'm telling you. Really huge possession here. It's a stop here. Central can pretty much decide what they want to do with it with a 2-point lead down at the other end.
And again,
Dudley
Coach,
shook.
they hold it.
Yep. Well, they really are trying to get it to Lewis. There it is, and there's a steal.
Mickens knocked it away.
Big as it can be. Take a timeout, get rid of it, do anything. Take a timeout.
Stafford comes out with it. Mickens, he holds it up. Buck will settle him down.
I really think we need it.
Buck out top. He drives. Baseline. Shot up. No good. Lewis with the rebound. He throws his own man out of bounds. Mickens trying to take it away.
Yeah, I just don't think that's what you want right there. I mean, I don't mind the shot. He hit 2 of those, 3 of those against Northwest. Great shots. But here, I just think you have to get a touch.
Boy,
Cranford's inside guarding the big guy. Look at this. That's okay, though, see? That's okay. We're going to get both people back in.
And Bowden will go to the line, Coach.
Yep.
A big opportunity there. You get the steal on this end and no points at the other end.
I think when you get to the half-court level, less than 3 minutes to go, you got to get exactly what you want. Coach Brewer called 4. 4 means they're going to shoot the layups. They're in their delay game. I don't think they got what they wanted, but they're going to get another chance.
Bowden notches his 8th point of the game. And a minute ago, Coach, you're down here on the other end. You don't have your big guys in there. Yet you somehow come out there with a basket with a big rebound by Stafford.
No, you got to steal because Dudley really got confused, Woody. They really force-fed the ball in there to Lewis, and Central got it. They got out of sync, confused.
Bowden, 9th point.
Good
We're
hit.
tied.
They got to be careful that they lick the pressure now and get what they want, not what Dudley wants them to have.
And how big was it to come down the other end, Coach? Central had the ball in a 4-point lead and gets nothing. Mickens. Inside, Nauman goes up, blocked out of there, and a foul on Ferguson. That's 4 on him, so now things even up a little bit. You got Lewis and Ferguson with 4, Nauman and Hardy with 4. Boy, it couldn't get any tighter than this coming down the stretch.
I don't know it could be any better than this, could it?
Huge free throws now coming up for Doug Nauman, who was ice water against West Rowan to make 2 late. Nauman. A little short. Nauman drains the second. Puts Central on top by 1. 152-151.
Man-to-man defense from Central, so we'll see now. They got the big bodies on the big bodies. Little pick and roll. Ooh,
he
pick and
carried
roll
it.
outside. He literally rolled it off there. Now, Nathan Cranford has to have a touch this time. He's got to be the guy that gets fouled. He's got to be the guy that penetrates and dishes it. So we'll see if they get what they want. They were here one other time with a 2-point lead. Now they got a 1-point lead. So we'll see what we're going to do.
They signal triangle with their fingers, Coach. What's that call?
Well, I think they're just trying to get the ball inbounds right now.
Mickens in the corner. He'll shoot it. No good. Buck taps it. He can't get it. He dives into the cheerleaders. 1:33 to go. Central by 1.
There again with a 1-point lead, Woody. That's just, I don't mean to be critical of the kids, but that's not what you need.
Right.
You just need a layup, or you need a foul. Now we got to have a stop, big stop.
Central is in the bonus. The Vikings have only committed 5 fouls.
They're not. That's right. The next foul Central has will not be a bonus foul unless they keep trying to pick and roll play, which means they're going to try and get it to Lewis. See, nobody wants to shoot the 3 now. See, that's the whole deal about what we said earlier. They're not going to shoot the 3 now. I'm telling you.
Price thought about it, but won't take it. Vikings packing it in. They don't want Lewis to have it.
They're a little bit confused.
They might be a lot of bit confused. We'll keep it right here. 45-44. 55.4 seconds to go. Coach, if you get a stop here, if you're Central, do you hold it?
Well, I think that's what they were trying to do the last. I think that's what Coach Brewer thought that they were doing. The 2 times down both, where Buck takes the runner down the baseline and Mickey takes that. I think Coach thinks they would do it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that he intended them to really just go ahead and be aggressive with it, take a layup maybe, be fouled. But I don't think either one of those 2 things that he wanted to have happen.
Now, what has gone wrong here with Dudley? They are standing around and standing around.
Well, they've done exactly what we thought might happen if it got close, and the score was like this, and they've shot the 3-point baskets, and we've gone a long time, and Lewis hadn't had a touch.
Long time.
And Ferguson has flat disappeared.
Yeah, he sure has.
So it's a perimeter game around. That doesn't mean they can't throw a 3 in.
Yeah.
I've been here too many times to tell you they can have as confused as they want. They can stop them if they want, and all of a sudden somebody can pick up a loose one off the ground, throw it in.
Well, what about Scooter Sherrill at West Rowan? Hits one from the corner with guys hanging all over it.
No question about that. No question. The one thing here, I'm not sure what to do about it at this point. The Central does have a foul to give. If it gets inside of 20, I'd probably give it because it's not going to mean they're coming over here this time now.
There's Lewis, out high. He drives inside, swatted away by Hardy. Brown.
The 3.
Good.
What did I tell you about picking up a loose ball off the ground, throwing it in the basket?
Nick Bowden. Vikings down 2. Mickens in. Tie game. Mickey Mickens.
Great play by Cranford. Cranford makes that play.
Nathan Cranford drove it right down the teeth of the defense. He gets a basket.
They're going to hold it. Dudley's holding for the last shot.
19, 18 seconds. Boy, you can feel the tension in here now.
See, now you need to take the foul.
You can get the ball back. 11, 10 seconds. Out front, Price holding it. 6, 5. Way out top. He can't get it away. There's the 3 ball. No good. And we're going to overtime.
Well, how about them apples?
Are you kidding me?
How about them apples?
My goodness, 32 minutes, and we have decided nothing. We'll go to a 4-minute overtime right after this.
Okay.
Cabarrus has climbed the mountain so many times, Coach. They'll have to climb one more hill, 4 more minutes.
Well, things have gone so much their way.
There's the last possession.
Yeah. Again, it was a great defensive stop for Central. Just an unbelievable possession.
Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be the other one coming down here.
This is the shot that we take.
There's the Cranford rebound. Up to Mickens, and he lays it in. Boy,
I don't know when that play was. I got no idea when that one was.
And there's the tap, and Dudley will control it. Boy, I'll just say it right now. I voted for Mickey Mickens as my MVP.
Well, I did that too. I think he's had a great game. Central needs to pack it back. Still again, they need to frustrate Dudley. But I'm going to tell you, the score will be greatly influential as to how loose or how tight Dudley plays. See, right now, they're in pretty good shape.
Here's Lewis back out top. He couldn't find anything.
Yeah, but he got a touch. He hadn't had a touch in a while.
Brown. No, check it. Bowden off. Lewis, the rebound. He gets fouled, but who got him? They say it's on the floor. It may not be a shooting foul.
5 fouls on Jeremiah Buck, and that's a bit of a break for Central since Doug Nauman was standing right there.
Yeah.
Also a break is the foul that keeps it on the ground. But there again, the offensive rebound.
Price for three. Way off.
Not going to happen tonight.
Lewis, look at that save. Ferguson banks it in. Are you kidding?
Central still, they just need to stay under control. They need to make good plays at the half-court level.
Mickens right down the lane. They knock it away, and it's going to be Central ball. Mickey says he got fouled.
Pretty aggressive play. Probably didn't get fouled.
3:04 to go. Hardy to trigger it inbounds to Nauman. He hasn't had a lot of touches, but now he does. He rolls in, lays it in, and gets fouled.
It's pretty big. That's a pretty big play for a guy.
And it's on Lewis. He's done.
Pretty big play for a guy that hasn't had much offensive presence at all tonight because he's been in and out of the game so daggone much. Just hadn't had a chance to get in the flow. I give Doug a lot of credit for that play. Big play, big-time play.
That is huge because it's going to send Lewis to the bench, I believe. It is on Lewis, and he will sit. He fouls out. How about this, Coach, with 4 points?
Central did a great job on him early in the game to keep him from getting touches. Dudley did a great job on him late because they just couldn't get it in there. I mean, they were so passive with it late in the last quarter. They just couldn't find it. You know, it's unbelievable the things that happen, and yet the basket that puts the game in overtime theoretically for Dudley is the three-pointer that they throw off the ground. We talked about picking it up off the ground. Central got to stop. Dudley picks it up, throws in a three.
And here's Lewis, Coach, averaging a double-double at 16 points, 10 rebounds, and he sits with 4.
Yeah, there's no way you would have thought that Central would not have already won this game when they do that good a job on Lewis. Again, this free throw is huge, just because of the way it affects Dudley.
9th point for Doug Nauman gives Central the lead. Inside 3 to go.
Can't say enough about the coaching job that Coach Brewer and his people have done. How calm they've stayed over there. Everything. It's just not the same now for Dudley with pitching in there to number 4. Again, I don't know why Mickey's running all around on the perimeter out here. Why they don't back off a little bit. But I think they're still scared of the 3, and they don't need to be yet because Dudley's still a little bit hesitant.
You got Russell back into the game now for Jeremiah Buck. 2.5 to go.
Central's got their starters in the game now. Dudley's pretty passive. Little pick and rolls about all they're doing.
And Hardy takes it away.
Now. This is the 3rd time Central's had the basketball with the lead.
And that's tremendous.
So what I really want to see now is a free throw.
Nathan Cranford settles him down. He goes inside to Nauman. It's knocked away. Back out top to Hardy. To Mickens. To Russell. He goes to the rack. To Cranford. Way outside to Hardy. They're being patient now, Coach.
They're being patient, but I'm not sure they're doing what they want to do.
And
I'm not sure they knew for sure what they were doing on offense. Great play by Nathan, but nobody was ready.
Nobody came with him. So again, Central misses a chance to expand the lead. Way downtown for 3. No good. Hardy has it. Now Russell's got it. My goodness.
Double dribble. I think we got by with a double dribble right there.
And now Mickens wants timeout. So, Coach, you mentioned this will be the 5th opportunity for Central to have the ball and the lead. What is Coach Brewer wanting to do here?
Well, we're going to find out.
I'm asking you what you think.
Well, I think he's going to spread the floor. I think he's going to try and put the ball in Cranford's hand. I think Dudley's going to try and double him. Nathan, I think Nathan needs to make a play just like you made, dish it on the baseline, or take it in there, or get fouled. I think that's exactly what he wants. I don't think he wants a runner. I don't think he wants a 3. I don't think he wants it posted. Well, I think he wants it aggressively taken to the goal or a foul. I think that's exactly what he wants. And still, that's a lot of pressure to put on a high school kid when it's only 1 point. I would always prefer to wait till we were at 3.
Yeah.
But tonight, I don't think you have a chance. That's a choice. I think you got to go with the things you've done.
1 minute, 30 seconds to go, and they got almost everything you talked about last time, Coach. You got Nathan penetrating. You got him going right down the middle of the lane, but nobody came with him.
Except that nobody else knew for sure what they were doing. I don't think the big guys were ready for that. They didn't get out of the way. They didn't get on the baseline and create space. They didn't do a lot of things. And so the play really didn't make them there. And so Nathan, in essence, turned it over. This inbounds play here is going to be pretty tough now.
Critical indeed.
Okay, they get it right where they need it. Let's see what Dudley does. Dudley's going to go double.
Nathan Cranford across to Russell. 1:20 to go. Russell inside to Nauman. He gets it knocked away, but they say he walked first.
I'm not so sure, but there again, see, where were we going with that? I'm just not so sure that, again, we got the open guy. He didn't have to go down there, you know? So we got to have another stop now. Here we go, coming this way. Defense has been great. Defense has been wonderful.
5th opportunity for Central with the ball in the lead, and they can't convert again. Bowden.
Tough shot. Really a tough play.
Look at Hardy.
Rebound. Great rebound by Hardy. We're right back, same place again now.
Tremendous rebound by Hardy.
I just keep thinking at some point in time, maybe Nathan's just going to make a play and get fouled.
Mickens. Oh, they tried to grab Mickey and no call. Way up. Nauman open. The foul.
Well, the way the big guy shot free throws, that's pretty good. I don't think you can do a whole lot better than that. Would have been nice for you to put it on the ground. He just laid it in the goal. There's a little dinky pass coming across there, that lob, but at least they got it done. They got where they need to have it.
And what a heady play by Clayton Russell to recognize what they had there.
Big guy shot some great free throws.
Doug Nauman with a Band-Aid on the eye and all, trying to win this thing here.
It's really been big since he's come back in. Little move in there, 3-point play a minute ago.
Can't get it to roll in. The senior was with this team when they won just 4 games. Now he's trying to give them a state championship.
That's pretty remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Unbelievable that you can see all that happen while you're there at school.
45 seconds to go. Nauman nails the second. A 2-point Viking lead.
Big guy gets a biggie. Central's going to go man-to-man. Man-to-man.
10 points for Nauman. 40 seconds. They fumble it away.
The next time now that if they can make a miss the next time, if they can make a miss the next time, Dudley will foul. Dudley won't let clock go by the next time, so we need one more stop.
Well, you don't want to foul Cranford, but we've got 36.9 seconds to go and a 2-point lead for Central. Now, if you're Coach Price, Lewis is out of the game. Who's your go-to guy here?
Well, I think they think they're going to have to take a 3-point basket. I mean, I really do think that they think that's the only thing they can do. So I think it's altogether different, although I'm not so sure they're still not going to try and look to post it. The place to really take it, I think, is to Ferguson. But Ferguson's been no factor in this second half at all.
He really
so I just don't know really what to do. Dudley has really kind of hit the wall. And so...
there you see the vital statistics. The possession arrow favors Central Cabarrus as we get down to the end. But you're right, Coach. Ferguson has absolutely disappeared anytime Nauman is in the game.
That's exactly right. And Central's done a much better job. See, again, with Hardy and Nauman both in the game, there aren't any seconds down in here. Although you still have to be concerned about that. The second shot just is, that's the death of it.
And how about both those guys playing forever with 4 fouls?
Exactly right. That's been awful crucial. Just gotta hope the guys say don't pick it up off the ground, throw it in the goal again, because the 3 now really breaks your back.
36 seconds to go. Dominique Brown out front.
Central still in a man-to-man.
Price to Ferguson.
They're trying to get it to Ferguson, but they don't want him to have it out there. I can promise you they don't want him to have it out there.
He looked like a deer in the headlights there, didn't he?
Just need a couple of stops. One stop, one more rebound.
Brown dishes it off. Who's it off? Central ball! Viking ball! He got in the air, Coach, and didn't know where he wanted to go. Look at this Viking crowd.
Coach Brewer needs to take a timeout, settle his people down a little bit. They need to be sure. Here's what they need to be sure of, that they realize this is a spot throw-in down here, that they cannot run the in-line or do anything tricky with the basketball there. And to be sure that they hang on the ball down here, all they need to do is get it in. They're going to take a foul. Nathan Cranford needs to touch the basketball right
because
now.
He is a deadly free throw shooter, as we've seen. 16.4 seconds to go. Vikings clinging to a 2-point lead, and I do mean clinging. You come down here, Coach, you don't need points. All you want to do is make the clock go away.
16.4 seconds. It'll be the longest of anybody's from Central's life in a while.
My goodness. And look, there's the guy you talked about. You saw a glimpse of him there. Stephen Knorr, what a loss he was.
I'm telling you what now, Coach Brewer, they have really missed him. He told him, he said, I heard him say in the locker room a week or so ago, if he had any idea in the world they were going to be this far, he would have held off on that shoulder.
Oh, that was a football injury, though, right?
Yeah, you're right. Sure it was.
Boy, and you know Coach Brewer would have liked to have that extra bullet in his gun here tonight.
I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. how unproductive Dudley has been down here. The only basket I can remember making is the pickup off the ground three. This is so key. Nathan's going to line up right here in front of us. He's going to run down this way and go back and get the ball. There he is. He's open. Just hang on. There you go. Thank you very much.
They did exactly what you said, Coach. Got
right
it to Nathan Cranford, and Hardy didn't move on the baseline.
Brewer learned that play from Jeff Lippard years ago.
Oh,
Jeff Lippard told me, just get everybody out of my way. Let me go pick it up. Well, you see there, they're not in good shape. So, but you got to make both of these. One of these doesn't get it. Both of them.
Well, you really do. If you make one, the worst they can do is tie you. If you make two, it's a two-possession game, and Central, in all likelihood, will win the 3A championship. Nathan Cranford.
I don't know what they got for timeouts left. If you make them both, I think you're going to take a timeout.
The 6'2 sophomore makes the first. That gives him 8 points. And this one's the key. Nathan Cranford has been tremendous. Cranford eyes the rim. The ball is up, and it's good. Cranford plays like a senior again. A 4-point game.
Don't foul, for God's sake, don't foul. Let him have that all day long. Oh, my God. That's a 3-point shot. 10 freaking seconds to go. We foul. Unbelievable.
However, it's a 4-point lead. The teammates console him, but Nick Bowden, the 5'11 senior, will have to go to the line with 10.5 seconds to go, trailing by 4. Mickey Mickens gets the foul. That's Mickey's second. At this point, that's the least of his worries. Bowden makes the first. That gives him 13 points.
You sure would like just a little leeway. You'd like for him just to miss one of them.
Bowden eyes it again. Makes it again.
Now the question comes.
And now Coach Brewer wants to ice him a little bit.
I'm not sure about this timeout, but the question comes now is if you're Dudley, and I think this is why Coach is taking the timeout, if you're Dudley, do you try and miss this free throw?
You might.
I'm not so sure that you do. I mean, I would make it and try and take an inbound steal or a foul, but I think that's why Coach is taking the timeout.
But think of it this way, Coach. You might do that if you had Lewis still in the game, but with your big rebounder out, maybe you don't go that route.
I don't know what they're going to do. I'm really surprised, to be very honest with you, that Coach Brewer did not take the timeout when he goes up 4.
Yeah.
So if they're in some kind of zone pressure down here, I know he told them not to foul. They foul and give him a 3.
Well, if he makes it, it can't really hurt you. You get the ball back, and they got to foul you again.
Plus, the clock's going to run. See, the point being, the worst thing about the foul was the clock stop.
Exactly.
See, the clock's going to, even if they make the 3, the clock keeps running. Takes 2 seconds to take it out of bounds. We get 5 with it out of bounds. Daggone game's about over. And so that's why the foul was such, it was just not a good play.
The key to watch is down here on this side. You got 33 Ferguson and Doug Nauman 40 battling.
Well, let's be sure. Let's see what he does.
Let's see. I don't think he's going to try to shoot it, Coach. I think he's going to try to miss it. Nope, he rolls it in. Bowden makes all 3 of them.
In, they call a timeout.
10.5 to go. Central with a 1-point lead. Now the inbounds is big again.
Well, and I look for Central to do pretty much the same thing. What they did last time.
But this time you can run.
This time they can run, so they can do either one or two things this time. They can isolate Cranford on the open side of the floor, which keeps the double team from coming. Or they can step a guy out, throw the ball to him along the baseline, step in and get it right back. But I look for Hardy or Cranford, either one, to try and be touching it at the end. And Cranford's the guy Coach wants to have it. I mean, after those last 2 free throws, you got to know that's where it's going.
I mean, my goodness,
get it there
it's hard to believe he's only a sophomore, isn't it?
Well, he's had a wonderful year. He's held him in there all the way. We talked about 16.4 seconds. Son of a gun, we can't believe we only lost 5 seconds off it. So we'll see. It's a little different look. Cranford on the other side of the floor this time. So we'll see what happens. Hardy ought to start this way and go back the other way and hit Cranford. We'll see what happens.
10.5 to go.
There he goes. He's looking over here, and there it is. And they're waiting again, and they double, and they foul again, and again.
Same play.
Yeah, other side of the floor.
Right.
But again, Central gets it right where they want to have it.
Clock ticks down to 9.3. 9.3 seconds to go. 53-52. Nathan Cranford has a chance to give his team a 3-point lead. He made 2 straight a moment ago. Nathan has 9 points. Give him 10. Huge free throw. But this one is even bigger. Substitutions coming in now.
Timeout.
Nathan Cranford, the sophomore, 6'2", looks for his 11th point.
Get in there.
He drains it.
Timeout. There, we're going to press a little.
Here we go.
Press a little. The only thing that happens now is a 3.
7, 6, 5, 4. They take it away. Central Cabarrus is going to win the State 3A Championship.
I'll tell you what.
1.8 seconds to go.
Nathan Cranford make those 4 free throws.
That is
stepped
huge.
up there like he'd been shooting free throws forever and knock them in. Those last 2 rattle around a little bit.
It looked like that upset you a little bit, Coach. But that one almost came out. Oh, my goodness. And now what's the hullabaloo about?
There's excited. Brewer's trying to get him to play.
He's getting his players off the line.
Somebody's got to get over here.
They got to have somebody on the other side, right?
No, they do not have to have somebody over here, over there.
1.8 to go.
Nathan.
Jeremiah Buck.
Nathan.
Jeremiah Buck headed to the line.
Coach Price is holding up the sub. That's the holdup in the game. He's allowed 30 seconds to get the sub in. He's holding up the sub.
There we go. And he will select Steven Sanya to come into the game. That last play was Damian Price's 5th foul. Ricky Lewis is fouled out. Damian Price is fouled out.
Of course, if Jeremiah can make either one of these 2, it is irrelevant what's happened.
And he will get
either
2.
One of these 2, and it doesn't make a flip, what happens?
Jeremiah Buck misses the first. Buck, the 5'9" junior guard, made the key basket against West Rowan to get the Vikings here. He can put it away with a free throw. 1.8 left on the clock. Now a couple of the Dudley players start to leak out to get into the front court. They know they'll have to throw it the length of the floor and try to get a 3. Jeremiah Buck can make all that, as Coach Brickell said, irrelevant. The free throw is up and good.
It's history. It's history. You write it down. Central Cabarrus.
Nathan Cranford with 4 key free throws.
Centennial year 2000.
Buck makes a big free throw.
NCAA 3A boys basketball state champions. It is history.
Don't touch him. No good.
Sir.
The Vikings win it. They're the state 3A champions.
As good as it gets.
Central Cabarrus goes to 24-6. Amazing. They pile all over each other at the center court. Oh my goodness. Look at that crowd. Let's listen to them celebrate. Amazing.
I'll tell you what, those are 3 basketball games that were just about tit for tat the whole way. Those last 3 games Central Cabarrus played, how about that?
Truly amazing. My goodness. 56-52, your final score. What a gut check again for the Vikings. There's Mickey Mickens. He's our choice for MVP. We'll see what the rest of press row thinks. But the Vikings are going to get some hardware after we come back. Back here with Coach Scott Brewer. Coach, congratulations. We're stealing you a little bit early, but you're the last game. Nobody else to get on the floor. Congratulations.
Well, we appreciate it. Happiest day of my life so far. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Guys did great. You know, can't say enough about them.
Boy, how many gut checks can you go through?
It's all about defense.
A lot of big stops late, Coach. The only thing they did late was a pickup 3 off the ground.
Somebody told me how to play 5 good, Coach.
Well, you played 5 pretty good, I'll tell you that. That was great. We know you're not supposed to be over here.
Let me get back over there again.
We don't really
Okay.
give a flip.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Coach. Thanks very much. We'll take a timeout and come back with more from the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill after this. Back here at the Dean Smith Center where the Vikings are getting their reward, Coach, and boy, what a turnaround. They won 4 games a few years ago, and now they're the state champions.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I talked to somebody out in the hallway earlier. I talked about the coaching. I talked about the kind of kids that they have, how coachable they are, how unselfish that they are. For those senior kids to have played as hard as they did, for them to let a sophomore like Nathan Cranford come in there and lead the way for them. But how well coached they are and how hard they play. You just can't. They gave them a 3-point basket the last 6 minutes, and that was it, just like Coach said. I mean, the defense just did it all.
Tremendous. There's Nathan Cranford.
It is unbelievable. I mean, this is about as good as it gets, and the whole city of Concord cannot be any happier.
Hey, what about
Central
Harrisburg?
Cabarrus. Harrisburg, excuse me.
I don't think there's anybody in Harrisburg tonight.
Well,
they're all
let me
here.
tell you what, I hope the people surely appreciate what Metro 11 has done for everybody and bringing all these games. Y'all have been great.
Hey, man, it's a
highlight
blast.
of those kids' lives to see these games, so it's really been neat for you.
And they are having a ball. Boy, I'm telling you what, the kids love it and being able to come here and remember it. I sure will, too. It's been a thrill for us.
I don't think anybody can forget it. How can you ever forget it? I mean, just to be here is something. The environment that they played in, the bands and everything, just unbelievable. These last 3 games, I mean, that's a happening now.
It sure is.
You can live a lifetime in that. It reminds me of Jim Valvano's crew when they win the NCAA tournament by fouling everybody late in the game. But, I mean, this is great. I mean, they cannot be any more deserving. They deserve to win the game. They didn't slide it in there. They didn't steal it. They just freaking sucked it up and won the game.
They surely did. And, boy, it's just a big reward to go through what this team has been through a few years ago to only win 4 games. And now they're going to announce the MVP. Mickey Mickens gets it. That was our vote, and he deserved it.
That's the way that ought to be. That's a senior. He had a great game. He made that career trampoline dunk down to one end. And really good. And look at this. I mean, the people that are the happiest for Mickey are the kids he played with.
Look at that.
Nathan Cranford, first one up there. Doug, David, Jeremiah, all those people. What a game for Central.
Tremendous indeed. Vikings are the state champions. They win it 56-52. Back with some final numbers and more in a moment. (56-52) in overtime. The final, Central Cabarrus wins it. And, Coach, let's look at some of those final numbers, and they really tell a story.
Well, I'll tell you what the story is what a job Central did on defense. Field goal shooting percentage, they gave them nothing. I mean, they just literally gave them nothing.
They really did.
And then they rebounded the basketball, and the son of a gun was over. I mean, it was unbelievable. They knocked in some free throws, the 4 big ones that Nathan hit, the basket inside by Doug Nom. But it was everybody. Team effort. It wasn't lucky. It wasn't fluky. They just beat them, okay? That's just cut and dry.
It absolutely is. And Ricky Lewis, 11 rebounds, but only 4 points. He was the man for Dudley coming in, and Vikings limited him very well. For Bo Brickles, I'm Woody Kane. We're going to wrap it up now for the entire Metro 11 production crew. Coach, thanks for joining us for this game.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you all. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's great. And I want to just reiterate how wonderful the community thinks it is that y'all do this.
Thank you very much. And see the name there, Rick Strunk and the High School Athletic Association staff. Thanks to them as well for all their help in making our job easy. Congratulations to the Vikings. They're the state champs.